I'm going to talk about Okja as well and a couple other movies. So this podcast was brought to you by Onnit, Amazon, Audible. You can go to audibletrial.com/American Movie Podcast or American, and that's it. And you'll get a free 2 audiobooks for 30 days or something like that. So check that out if you'd like. I'm going to keep going though. I saw Okja on Netflix, and it just debuted. So it's about these, I think it was based back in 2007, and then it goes to current time. So there's this humongous conglomerate of, I think it was, they made, I think it was fuel. I'm pretty sure it was fuel, and then it transitioned into creating food products. And this movie was really, really crazy. It was really good. I foresaw it being good, called it, and I enjoyed it a lot. And it was very eye-opening. It was very touching, and it hit upon an issue I think that is very important. And okay, so I'm gonna get into the issues after, give you the breakdown. Here's the breakdown. So Okja is a super pig, and a super pig is genetically modified to be like 100% eco-friendly and taste really good. It's for food manufacturers. So like they will be farming these genetically modified pigs. They're super big. They look like hippopotamuses, but they're pigs. And some of them are like extraordinarily big. Like I'm saying bigger, 3 times hippopotamus size. So these things are huge. And Okja is one of like the medium-sized ones. She's pretty big. And the company knows that people are skittish about genetically modified foods. So they're trying to find a way around it. And these the corporate ideas, they're passing it back and forth. And they're like, okay, let's find the 26 cutest ones and like the most decent looking ones. They're not ugly. They're not downtrodden, beaten. They don't look old, or they're not like gross looking or deformed. So let's find the 26 prettiest ones, send them out to all natural farms for about 10 years. So they look like they're natural and they're farm raised, so they can use those words natural, farm raised as marketing ploys. And then the public will have an incentive to be like, oh, okay, well, these were raised naturally for the last 10 years or whatever. So these are actually farm raised cattle, but they're actually behind the scenes. They use those words and they're genetically modified and they're kept in these really horrible conditions or whatever. So they're trying to evade public backlash. So that's the premise of that. So Okja's out with Majia out in South Korea. And Majia is a very young girl. She's about 12 or something like that. And they've watched Okja for the better part of 10 years. And the company, which is Mirando, who's the antagonist in there. So the company Mirando comes out and they check all of the 26 super pigs over the decade to see which one wins the best prize. And the best prize is the humongous marketing ploy and the peak of this marketing strategy so they can debut these super pigs. Okay. So Okja wins. So they take Okja to New York or whatever, and chaos ensues. Majia wants Okja back because they're best friends. They love each other, and she wants to keep Okja because it's been the better part of her life that she's had her. So that's the premise, and this was a crazy movie. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought this would be a good movie, and this was by far one of my favorite Netflix originals. Like, it's really, really good. It's kind of like tonally it moves around, and I liked it. I liked it that way because that's reality. That's how it wasn't tonally inconsistent. Each tones match the people on screen. So like the corporatized and the big heads that were running this corporation, just pretty much mechanizing these super pigs, were cold and callous and kind of comedic, and they didn't really look at it as with any sort of sympathy at all. So they weren't looking at it as these emotional animals at all, and there was like not really anything about it. It was just business, and they were mechanized. So like that was one of the tones within the movie, and then there was much more. There was like a empathetic and caring area with Majia, and then further characters introduced. I don't want to go too far into it because it's a really good movie, and I thought I saw people were saying it was inconsistent, didn't really match, and it was just kind of weird and it was wacky. And it didn't come off that way for me because it was portrayed in a way where it was consistently, it matched the tones of the characters on screen. So it was really good that way. And I didn't think it was, the CGI of Okja was actually very good. I mean, for Netflix, it's like their third movie. Like, they're a baby when they're making movies. Like, they're a baby. Like, this is, I don't know, they've made like series and stuff, but like these are one of the big movies now. And it's got serious stars in here. Has seo-hyun from Walking Dead. He played Glenn. He was the guy who got hit with the bat or whatever. And then Jake Gyllenhaal's in here. And the director is a star-studded dude. He directed, I think he directed Snowpiercer, which was like this dystopic representation of wealth inequality. So that was cool. And this guy actually, this is better than Snowpiercer. I enjoyed Snowpiercer a lot, but I think this is better than Snowpiercer just because it's a more, it's all over. Like, it's intercontinental, and like there's 2 different languages in this movie, and it was just really cool to see that. Like, it was really cool because there's not that many movies that do that. Like Bourne, maybe, I don't know, but I really enjoyed this movie a lot, and the message was really good. And it just, it kind of removed the veil of where the meat comes from and where we're eating and what we're doing to the things that we're eating. And it was really, really, I had seen, like, if you Google factory farm conditions, like, it's not good. And this was like a fair representation of that. And it was really crazy to see. Hold up. Yeah, it was just, I recommend it a lot. Okja was so cool. And Gyllenhaal's performance, he was the representative of the antagonist Miranda, the Miranda Company, and he was a little manic and a little like kind of like Johnny Deppish, where he was very physical and moved around. He was just like a little skeezy sort of like movement thing, and it worked. It worked for me, and because he was like he was like this big, huge public star, and then now he is just this representative for this meat company. So it's kind of like washed up, and that reflects a lot through his performance. So he did really good in that. And I'm a huge fan of the last 4 movies Gyllenhaal's done. Like, and there's an up and coming one, Stronger, which I'm really looking forward to too. It's I can't remember the guy's name that it's based upon, but it was within the Boston bombing, and I'll get into that more. I kind of want to do a reaction to that. So I want to do a reaction to Stronger. But yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's performance was good. The little girl, I've never seen her before. She did great in it. Like, it's very captivating. She was very, she was deep. Like, it was just really, really good. And I'm trying to think of, seo-hyeon did awesome. And I can't remember the guys. There's a reformist group in here for like animal rights that's within this movie, and I'm gonna look that guy up. But yeah, Snowpiercer. If you haven't seen Snowpiercer, check that out. That's a really cool movie. Like, it's very artistic in a representation, and like kind of a portrayal of what's going on within inequality. So it's just really, really cool. And it's like action packed too. Like, it's not lame. Man, I don't think he's in here. Man, his name was Jake or Jay. Paul Dano. Paul Dano. He was in a couple things. He was in Prisoners, which was an incredible movie. Let's see. He was the autistic guy in Prisoners. He was in Looper. He was in let's see, Cowboys and Aliens. Like, he's not a superstar, but he did an incredible job in this. Like, he was really, really good in it. He was the leader of the reformist group of animal rights or whatever. It was really good. So I would recommend Okja. It's playing on Netflix right now. You could just stream it. An awesome movie right now. Just stream it. So cool. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'm going to see, I'm looking at, I don't even know what's coming out next week, man. looking at tomorrow, I'll have a registered dietitian here. I watched What the Health, and that's also on Netflix, and it's pretty much a documentary on meat consumption. So we'll be back with that tomorrow. Looking forward to that a lot. We're going to break down the inconsistencies and like what that was about. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check it out. So until next time, thank you for watching. I deeply appreciate it. Bye. This has been Matthew Benjamin. Ciao.